deserve. You're going to get what you did.
I mean, we just wanted to mature our storytelling. We wanted to tell, you know, we had built a foundation with Gears 4, and so for Gears 5 we wanted to take our story even deeper and make it more complex, and now we could actually go deeper into the characters and the relationships between those characters, and we wanted to have the drama between them. So it's just trying to sort of fill in the world and give you a sense of what's going on now that you're back at the capital city, and you can kind of get a sense of the sort of the coalition's view of the world and how the outsiders view the coalition, and then basically as they prepare for war.
Find what you're looking for.
Yeah. And now we need to kill it.
Having Kate be the protagonist wasn't so much about trying to make a bold decision as it was like it was naturally coming off of Gears 4. Gears 4 was really the story about Kate trying to save her mom, and JD was helping her. And now as we went into 5, we wanted to have the story really impact Kate around what's her ties to the monsters, and she's having visions and nightmares, and we felt like to be the most impactful as a story, it would be better if it happened to you as the player rather than you watching it happen to somebody else. And so that shift to Kate being the hero was really about how do I tell the most impactful story possible.
What do you want from me? Don't you run from me? What are you
I don't know what the next step is. I'm very proud about where we are today in terms of trying to be inclusive and diverse for Gears. You know, that's one of the things that I like about Sarah is that it's a different world that we can kind of represent more about what we want to be and less about what we are on Earth. And so I think that I always want to try to find ways that we can grow that, and whether that be sort of the diversity that we allow and the diversity we have and the inclusivity that we have and the accessibility that we have, like those are all things that are very important to us as the coalition and our culture. And so where we go from there, I mean, you'll be realized in whatever we do next, but for right now I'm just really proud about what Gears 5 has.
Multiple security breaches. Old Afira ruins.
External camera 16. External camera 15. Camera 10. Oh, damn it!
No, I mean, I think one of the things you have to look at is that we really believe that gaming is for everyone. And part of that idea of being gaming for everyone is you want to look for things like representation. And so people want to see themselves in games. So finding ways to do that as much as you can that feels true to and what you can do within your franchise is important. And so that's been one of the reasons along the way is that we've tried to be ethnically diverse and gender diverse and those sorts of things. And so we continue to try to grow that. I think that's appropriate and important to find ways for people to see themselves in the games they play. It's not just for fun. Like in order for it to happen, you kind of have to make sure it happens. It just doesn't happen naturally. You have to make sure that you have diversity and inclusivity, because if you're not explicitly including, you're probably doing it by accident. You're probably leaving people out by accident and not meaning to. So it's better to make an effort to do it, and that's what we're trying to do. And so when we design characters and when we look at features that we have in the game, we try to make sure that we can include things that allow for better representation. For us, we wanted to really when we moved from 4 to 5, we really wanted to shake things up a little bit. And so the way we decided to do that was through player choice. And so there's a couple ways that we sort of highlights of that. And one is Jack as our robot has sort of brought in RPG elements so that you could do different abilities, and you could have the ability to cloak and the ability to flash the enemies and stun them. So it changes up the battle and how you play it, not just based on your gun. For the open world elements, it was just a way to try to take away some of the linearity and give pace to the player. And so trying to do a completely full open world game is something that we had a lot of experience with, and it would take a long time to try to get where we needed to be able to do it for, like, if we were trying to create Far Cry or trying to create Assassin's Creed, So instead, what we want to do is make it feel more open inside of the Gears universe. And what does it feel like to play a Gears game? We didn't want to lose what makes Gears Gears. And so that ability of having these really large levels and using the skiff to get around so that you can control the pace, that you can do mission, or you can do a mission and then go explore or go find collectibles or go find relic weapons, and you can control that pace, is sort of new and innovative for Gears. And we wanted to still have the combat moments feel like Gears. When you actually get off the skiff and you go fight, you're playing Gears of War, and that was really important to us. So we wanted to dabble, and that's why I say open world elements and why I say RPG elements. We wanted to bring aspects of that to our game as opposed to trying to change our genre. favorite part. My favorite part is getting to meet the fans and hear their stories and what Gears means to them. And that's something I've been really excited about and why I've sort of pushed for co-op is that idea of the shared experience. Like it's one thing to play by yourself alone, but that playing where you can have a shared experience with somebody, you hear their stories about this, I met my best friend, or I met my wife and now we had a Gears wedding, or I stay in touch with my brother across the country, or I stay connected to my kids on weekends playing Horde. And that shared experience is what really brings everybody together. And so they tell you they like the game or they love the game, they have fun, but what resonates with me is what it means to them personally, and how it sort of strengthens their relationships and deepens their relationships with their family and friends. And so that really touches me, and that really makes me happy as a creator. My message to Mexican fans of Gears is always just one of appreciation. I just thank you so much. It's just such a source of inspiration and energy for me, like to see how excited the Mexican fans are. Like every time we bring an esports events to Mexico, it's the most highly attended, the most high energy. Like all the players say, like we should do every event in Mexico because it's just, it's the best feeling in the world. And even today, I came in from lunch and they're chanting my name outside. Like it's just this fantastic passion for the franchise that I love, and so I love being here. And it's the perfect place to celebrate the launch of Gears 5.